How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing? What up? What up? What up? Let's see. Let's go back to the top here. What up, Chum Bucket? What up, 3M, Pendergast, Tio Mike, Forgiven, Spike, Hank Can, Alter Clark. Man, I cannot read tonight. Let's see. I just ran through the chat to say hi, but let's see what everybody's got to say. Let's see here. Did anyone take advantage of the Mattel Creations Black Friday sale? I did not. And 3M, I'm not playing Marvel Cosmic Invasion, but Dave pretty much talked me into it today, so I'll probably be getting it pretty soon. Let's see here. I only wanted that Minecraft Panda, so I passed. Going to wait for a drag store next week and pick up Red Shadow to save on shipping. Nice. Pendergast says, I'm so weak. Got the Skeletron Wolf Trooper today, and it's so good I ordered the rest. And the extra Wolf Troopers to use the character pack also. Yes, it is this guy. Yeah, no, I don't think I picked up anything from Black Friday. From anywhere. Technically I guess I got the Stavros or whatever it is, the Black Dragon from Mythic Legions. But that's all I grabbed. I was waiting on some stuff to show up, but I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see when it'll get here. My Mythic Legions Mouse King shipped today, and it tentatively said, oops, that's not the right one, but I've got one of the Zesray, or however you pronounce it, the Hildy or Hilda, the lady, the Lady Viking from them, which is pretty cool. I'm excited for that one. That was I think it was technically an exclusive, but I don't know. Yeah, my Mythic Legions package says it shipped today and it's supposed to be here tomorrow. Which, unless it's getting directly on a flight from Jersey, I don't think it's going to be here tomorrow. Stupid dog hair everywhere. But yeah. Well, Chum Bucket, that's why you just put the single head on it, like I'm going to. Because I think it's, like the Mouse King is, it should just be just the single head one. But I think the whole reason why they did the crazy, the multi-heads, is because it's supposed to be a Rat King. And if you're familiar with what, not the Ninja Turtle Rat King, but what a real Rat King is when like a whole mess of rats get their tails essentially tied together on accident, and then they just start moving together as one. So that's kind of where that concept comes from. But I did see somebody take that piece and place it. I suppose it'll look weird because they actually do have on the like the big collar piece, they've got all the head pegs, and they've all got like furry necks. But I did see somebody put like a whole bunch of the skulls on there. I was like, ooh, that's kind of cool. Well, that's crazy, Chum Bucket, because that's where I got mine from. Did they create a label at least? Because it did take them forever for them to actually get it out of their warehouse. It took them almost like 4 or 5 days. No, you don't really want to be familiar with a real Rat King. No. um, but yeah, I will probably snag one of those. Oh yeah, Dork Layers. That's who did it. Okay, I could remember. Um, um, but what was I saying? Oh, the Skeletron figures. I'll probably pick one up on Monday because me and the Dave Meister have to drive down to Rochester. Ooh, sorry, folks. Um, so yeah, well, I'll probably try and get that in and grab one of those to pop open on Wednesday. But yeah. Oh, sorry, Spike. Um, yeah, that's good that you get it within a day of them shipping it. It's kind of like us here with Big Bad Toy Store, with them being like right over the border in Wisconsin. But I found out that you have to make sure, and this is one of the main reasons why I switched over to a pile of loot, is because if you just ship one single item from them and it's light, they ship it DHL. And they literally will go, it will go from Somerset, Wisconsin down to Chicago and then come back up into St. Paul. It'll go to St. Paul and then it will go up to like um it's kind of like it's like in the Maple Grove-ish kind of area, and then it comes back down to Minneapolis, and then it goes to the Minneapolis, from the Minneapolis warehouse to Minneapolis post office, from there to me. And I'm like, you drove it past my house 3 times before it ever got delivered. So I was just like, okay. Be funny if they made Dave play a hand of magic or Pokemon. Maybe that's what we'll do. You got your 52 toys Xenomorph. It looks awesome. A bit too smooth in the articulation. Feels like an old Figma. Because I think I've got one of those pre-ordered. What do you mean by a bit too smooth? Because I never disliked old Figma articulation when it came to that. And you're talking about that. Oh, what is it? It's the. Oh, I don't want to cancel that. I need that. Um, Womp. Um, what did they call that? What's the the Yoshi? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Fig Light series. Exactly, Chum Bucket. That's what I was gonna say. What up, Winter Star? I know it's so lame, Pendergast. Yeah, FedEx typically does that to me too, which is redonkulous. It's like, why? No, Yoshi is a world-renowned prototype designer. I will show you the figure. It's very cool. I really dug the design, so that was what really drew me to it. What is how's the scale on it? Because I know it says it's 7 inches tall, but um, is it like 7-inch tall in like true 1/12 scale? So like if you were to put it up with a Mafex, okay, you're gonna send me some sweet. Because yeah, that's I mean, like when I see like so it's 7 inches. Well, this is a 7-inch figure. You know what I mean? But this is like a. Ooh, I have to. Wishing I had some of them Figma joints right about now on that bad boy. But this is like true 1/12 scale, you know? Well, even I guess technically even this is short. Let's see, what do I gotta have something sitting here. Yeah, I guess this will work. Which is honestly, yeah. So like this is true 1/12 scale. So I would expect it to be, you know, like in scale. You got 2 of the xenomorphs. Let us see. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, ooh, I like that. The crouchy crouch there. So there's that. Him crouched down. And there it is. Standing. So that's pretty good. That's it's just it looks like it's probably about a smidge smaller than a NECA one, because I feel like a NECA one standing straight up is probably close to like 8.5 inches tall. Um, Now my question is because it was the lighting was, you know, you can never really do much about lighting sometimes, but like, is it what the hell? Does it have that like brownish tint to it still? Because the head cavity, like you show there, looks a lot more translucent than what that does right there. Um, and then like, is the tail, is it all segmented articulation or is it a bendy wire? It's very translucent. Okay, so they didn't get the real good, the like the kind of the cloudy effect to it. I suppose I could look up a review. I didn't even know that they were shipping yet. I was a little disappointed though in their other offerings because I have from the like the I guess it's the Beast box. I have a Queen, I have 2 of the Xenomorphs, and I have the Power Loader that they put out. I never got the Predator one, but I know that they obviously did a new Beast box for the Xenomorph, which is a lot closer to like the actual design of a Xenomorph versus like a Transformer, I would say. Comes with a rubber tail in a ring and a wired a rubber tail in a ring and a wired tail. What is a rubber tail in a ring? Oh, like it's like permanently kind of like curved or something. Oh, interchangeable super soft tail. Interesting. I guess I didn't look all the way to the end to see if it showed a couple different hands. Does it have does it have hands that have like foot pegs in them? Is that what I'm seeing there? I guess it's kind of a cool does it still have an articulated jaw, or is it just closed or open mouth with the inner mouth? I like the box that it comes in though. It's a really cool box. I wish it was like a plastic box with like actual like frosted orange plastic in it. That'd be pretty sweet. I see what you're saying now. So it's like a permanently curved tail to kind of give you that classic big chap design, like like that. Here, blow it up a little bit, like that. That's what you're talking about there. I see what you mean. I mean, it is just it's a really cool design. Oh, that's cool. Okay. I'm glad that at least it has an articulated jaw. But yeah, like when they show like the part breakdown, it looks like it's got a hand that has like a foot peg hole in it, which I guess would be kind of cool to like if you could figure out like something you could have it like holding onto a ceiling, if that is in fact what I'm seeing, and unless that's like a top down where maybe the hand's supposed to be like this and they plug in like this. I think that's what it's supposed to be. The hands attached with ball joints. So that's just what it is it's like a instead of it being a hand like this, it's like this. So you can have it like perched. I'm guessing like that. Yeah, okay, the top down. That's okay. That's what I took me a second to figure it out. Would it still would have been cool though to have it be like that. Pretty sweet. It says I gotta wait until January for mine though, which is okay, I suppose. Let's see what else. Anything. It looks like anything else cool. But yeah, let's see what else. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, dude, that's dope. I'm excited for it now, for sure. Yeah, that's super cool. I'm very stoked for that. I do feel like their stuff takes forever for them to release. Let's see what else. What else? Oh, the announcement of the stuff from Brazil today. We're getting a Mando is getting a glow up from season one. And then there's that 2-pack with for vintage collection with Obi-Wan and I don't know what the trooper's name is. And then Red She-Hulk, which what a letdown. When the hell did she ever use size? in the comics, because that's news to me. I know she used to have a big ass sword when they did the whole Fear Itself story arc. It's not Rex. It's like one of the Marines or whatever. It's got that weird um the like triple bubbles, and then it's got the actual eyes. It doesn't have like the Boba Fett thing. Um, but yeah, talk about a disappointment with that She-Hulk. I mean, they literally used the Savage She-Hulk body with a new top and new head. Um, no, Red She-Hulk is um, Betty Ross. Yeah. Oh, Airborne Trooper. Thanks, Chum Bucket. Yeah, that's what it's, an Airborne Trooper. Um, yeah, massive disappointment. I was really looking forward to it when I heard the rumors, but I could care less about it. Also, super rando that they're re-releasing the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man figure, which I think is a waste. But that lizard is cool. I wish they would have given him a new tail, but I guess you can't win them all. I do love the McFarlane head sculpt, and it looks like they teased it again, and it looks like, from what Dave says, because I had to ask, because I was not familiar in the least bit, but it is apparently the Eco Armor. um, I'm not 100% sure. That's what some rando dude said. Oh, it's Dan Who apparently says Punisher Eco Armor. Exo Armor. I don't know. He spelt it wrong. Let's see here. I can pull up a nice big picture for you folks. So apparently this is possibly what we're going to be getting, which is cool. I'll take it. Yeah, I did see, I did hear about Carrie, the guy that played Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat, the original Mortal Kombat movie. But yeah, what a bummer. What a massive bummer. Yeah, I think we saw Bruticus a couple of days ago too. Again, it just sucks because now I feel like, am I gonna want to get it and then pay 40 to 60 bucks for an add-on kit to make it right? Because let's all be 100% honest here. His legs are too short. And the craziest part about it is when they just show Onslaught. Just Onslaught in his fully combined form, because you can basically just take Onslaught and turn him into Bruticus without the other vehicles. For whatever reason, he looks taller that way. But the minute you pop in Swindle and not Warpath, What up, Epic Badger? What is the green tank's name? Anyways, once you put Swindle in the thank you, Falcon Raptor. When you put Brawl in there, his legs look super tiny. And I'm like, what kind of 3D cross your eyes, magic eye picture BS we got going on here? Because that doesn't make any sense to me at all. Now I got to show you guys what I'm talking about if you haven't seen it. Is it Studio Series? I can't remember if it's Studio Series or if it's got to be no, it's just Legacy, right? There we go. Past week. Okay. Blow your minds now, everybody. Are you serious? Okay, that should be enough. Okay, so you can do all of that right there with just Onslaught. Okay. For whatever reason, he looks, I mean it's incomplete, but he looks proportionate right there. But then the minute you go ahead and you slap everything on there, what the hell happened? What 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 happened? Explain to me. What happened? Because he looks like if his head was up where his cannons were, then I think it would be like proper sized. You know what I mean? Glenn, I do agree. Pretty King was pretty dope. Um, um, but I'm gonna have to also say, I mean, and I guess it all kind of depends. Well, that's definitely not the button I wanted to hit. I do kind of feel like I know everyone calls them they just all call him like Poseidon or whatever, but the Seacons, I feel like, um, is a pretty close second to Pretty King. um, I Forgivens, that is literally, I mean, every picture I've seen, even from like the thing when they were showing it off, that's how big it's supposed to be. But here's the crazy thing: Chumbucky looks like an amputee with the sport prosthetic. He's the Cotton Hill of Transformers. But I don't understand. I just it doesn't it does not compute in my brain as to why he's what did you say? Somebody said something up here that I kind of want to. Oh, Forgiven says, Oh, really? I have been hearing that they forgot to put a hand swivel with Onslaught's robot mode, which wouldn't surprise me. What up, Jamie Lynn? Defensor and Predaking next on the combiner list. Heck yeah, I'm all about that. Well, Glenn, it all kind of depends on which era. Because like that wasn't until the last decade maybe that we got Volcanicus. So much so that they had to invent like an extra 2 Dinobots. Because there was an Ankylosaurus. Transformers. Spell right. Volcanicus. Yeah, I mean, I suppose if you do the power of the primes, there were Grimlock, Slug, or Slag, if you're a purist like me. Sludge, Scar? What? Who the Okay, hold on a second here. What did I just read? Where did I just... Okay. Grimlock, Slug, Slag, Swoop, Snarl, and Sludge. But then they also say Grimlock. What? Grimlock is the left leg. Oh, okay. Scar must be the Ankylosaurus then. So Grimlock, Slug, Sludge, Scar, Swoop, and Snarl. But then there was also... Was it Slash? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they did Power of the Primes, Generation Selects, which, if I'm not mistaken, that was the same thing, but with like an add-on kit from probably Takara. And then there's the Legacy one, which is the one that has the Scar. But yeah, where is that one? Because I know that's... Because there's the little Raptor one that was supposed to be part of the Power of the Primes one. But yeah, Strafe. That's it. Abominus needs an upgrade. I would agree with that too. Yeah, Paddles, Scorn, and Slash. Yeah. Yeah, the Dino King repaint one. Yeah, which was they used all of the weird Takara names and stuff. Yeah, since they did that in Power of the Primes, they will do the Dinobot Combiner when they need to renew the Dinobot name copyright. Yeah, it would be cool though. I mean, instead of giving us the G2, so why add Dinobots? I don't know. But not all Transformers combiners were 5, because, well, let's just see here. Let's see if I can find a list here. Oh, excellent. There's like a bajillion of them. Okay, I just need a list. I don't need an entire Wikipedia. Okay, so there was Bruticus, and he was 5. There was Devastator. Let's see, Devastator wasn't 5. Devastator was 6. Let's see, there's the Technobots, the Protectobots. Okay, this is not working for me. People need to understand. I don't want. I just want a list of who they are and what they do. Okay. So Devastator, we know that there's 6 for Devastator. The classic Devastator. Because if you remember the movie one. Okay, what is this saying here? This one says 7. Okay, who the freak is Front Loader? Okay, yeah. So he's not. Why did they do that? That's dumb. So there's 6 for them. There's Bruticus. There's 5. The Piranacon. Jeez. What is going on here? So, what is going on here? This is the worst webpage. My brain is going to freaking explode. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure that the Seacons, there's more than 5. I can't keep doing this website. Sorry, guys. I as much as I would like to try and figure this out right now, it is just not working for me. Holy moly. Let's see here. I've got a Pendergast says I've got a 3 train combiner. Devastator and Predaking are 6. Yeah, Radion, Devastator is 6, and then has the Rail Race Team Combiner. That's 3. Yeah, one of the Seacons was a gun. There are 6 Seacons. One can turn into his weapon. Trying to figure out all the various Autobot. Yeah, oh man, don't even get me started on the Autobot and Decepticon factions, because there's about a bajillion of them. But yeah, no, and I think even if you go into like Power Rangers, they didn't, well, or Voltron. The Voltron 3, because I think a lot of people forget that this is the 3rd incarnation of Voltron, which did in fact have 5 lines. But the the first version of Voltron, which was the crazy vehicle version, had like 46 vehicles or something like that. It was asinine how many of them had to connect together to turn into a robot. And then Voltron 2 was actually 3 robots. And I know for a fact that there's many Zords that are more than is that what it is, Adam? Is 15 vehicles? Yeah, and then most of the Megazords are They're either like more than 5 or less than 5. It wasn't really. It was like the first. It was the Mighty Morphin, and then um the follow up when the Ninja Zords, and then Zeo and Turbo, I think. But yeah, I mean, there's been somewhere it was um like a whole bunch. Five, oh yes, sir. 5 air, 5 land, 5 sea. Okay, I mean that makes sense. Um, I just vaguely remember having one of the robots when I was young for that one. I don't remember which version it was, but it was a choice. That's for sure. Um, but dog here. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Voltron in and of itself is just a crazy property. It's like it's so weird to think that, and I'm sure there obviously were ones before, but if you think about it, the like Voltron was like really like some of us our first exposure to anime. Which is crazy. Dude, I just watched that episode last night, the um Gotron or whatever. They were ferrets. Go Team Gotron. Go Team Gotron. I love that Morty was the yellow ferret and his like where he comes from is a parking garage. And the rest of them all come just like regular ones. Like Rick's comes out of a waterfall, and Jerry's comes out of a volcano, and Morty's comes crashing out of a parking garage. And then the next time you see it, he's trying to leave the parking garage, but his like parking ticket's not working, so the thing won't go up. It's pretty funny. And then they start bringing in all of the like different reality Ricks so that they can help find all of the other Gotrons for those Ricks. And then there's 5 Gotrons, and then each one of those turns into an arm or a leg, so it's like an Ultra Gotron. It's crazy. It's probably one of my favorite episodes. Why does my suit smell skeleton-y? Have a good one, Pendergast. We'll catch you later. So what is Rick and it literally looks like Voltron. I don't know how they didn't get sued. So like so these are the ferrets. Like that's what the single ones look like. And then they literally this is yeah, it's literally Voltron. They just like they literally just switched these two. So they put the green because the green was the arm and the yellow was the leg. That's literally what they just switched one side of it. So the color scheme wasn't exactly the same. But I will say this though. I do really like the head though. I think the head is super dope. It's really cool. And then and then he's like, form illuminous sword. They can't call it the blazing sword. Oh man, what? No way. Somebody 3D printed a Gotron, and now I kind of want one. Go Team Gotron. That's pretty awesome. Let's see here. What? Let's see here. No, they don't have. Oh, is this it? Please do the whole thing. Yes. Perfect. Okay, here we go. I'll show it to you as soon as it starts over. Coming out of the parking garage. I love how it hops. It's great. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah, no toy. There's like next to no. They did the Funko ones, the little like action figures. I think they did like 3 waves of those. And the first 2 waves were Build-A-Figure waves. So like the first wave you could build Snowball, the dog in the robot suit, and then the second wave was the bug assassin, Combopulous Michael, I think is what his name was. That was the second wave, and then the third wave didn't have Build-A-Figures. And then I know Mondo did a couple of sets of figures, like big pre-posed ones, like you could swap out heads and arms and stuff. And then there's that didn't complete Voltron Paladins. Was that another show? Because all oh yeah, no, they totally finished. Oh, you're talking about the figures of the Paladins. I thought you were talking about the show. I was like, yeah, no, there was a definitive ending to that to that show. What was I just saying? Oh, and then there's that. I'm pretty sure I showed it off on here months back, but there was that third party, like Mezco-esque Rick figure that they put out, and then they have Fond Joy. They're doing a Rick and Morty, and they're not out yet. I've got those pre-ordered. They should be soon. And then there was, I think Beast Kingdom did a Rick and Morty, and I was gonna get them, but I'm just not a fan of that company. So let's actually look that up and see if anybody's got anything on that yet. Well, let's see. Well, they were saying end of November, but they're still up for pre-order on Bombus. Maybe they're not. What? What are they saying still? Q3, Q4, 2025. So not quite yet, but that's terrible. Why do I do that to myself? So there's the Rick figure that's coming out. So he's got a whole bunch of heads, interchangeable hair, bunch of accessories, a swappable coat. And then there's the Morty one, which is funny because he comes with the Morty's Mind Blowers helmet and a couple of Meeseek boxes. Adam, you can go on to there. It says 1/12 scale, so I got to imagine they're like 6-inch or so. You can go on 5K Toys and literally pre-order both of them still with a total of $10 deposit for both of them, because they're both $39 each. So like when you do the deposit, they'll be 34 and then plus shipping and whatever afterwards. But Fonjoy does great stuff, so I have very high hopes that these are actually going to be good figures, unlike some of the stuff that has come out. So I'm pretty excited for it. If you know, you know. But yeah, it's fun. I love Rick and Morty, and I really wish that they had more merch come out for them, but they, for whatever reason, don't. No, it's all good, dude. But yeah, they need to do more. Hopefully, the Fonjoy ones sold well enough for them. I mean, I would like to at least have the entire family, Mr. Poopy Butthole, Squanchy, Bird Person, Meeseeks. Let's see who else is important. I like Space Beth too. Trying to think of like if there's any other like Gearhead. Just trying to think if there's any other like important main characters I'm missing. Exactly. This is how it starts. I really, 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 I mean, like hands down, without a doubt, Rick and Morty is probably my all-time favorite show, like ever. I would say out of the 365 days of the year, I would say probably 340 of those days, I fall asleep watching Rick and Morty. Like I put it on every night. Some nights I'm just like super indifferent and I'll put on like American Dad or South Park or Futurama or something. Because those are some of my other favorite shows too for cartoons. I do love like a lot of the other. I know we've talked about this before, but like Aqua Teen and Squidbillies and Robot Chicken and stuff. But my problem is with those episodes are so short that the theme music is too jarring for me, because it's like I'm sleeping, I constantly hear the like you know, I hear that. It basically seems like I constantly hear that over and over and over again because I am hearing that over and over and over again, like every 12 minutes essentially. So I can't watch those when I'm sleeping. Um, and I own every season of Rick and Morty um on Voodoo or Fandango at home now or whatever they call it. And I like that format because um um it only plays 3 episodes before it shuts off, and then I just go to sleep. I'm already sleeping, so, um, that's why it's typically why I watch that, and so, like, if I put South Park on or I put any of those other shows on, it plays, like, all night long, and I don't want that. So oh, Glenn, it's not as bad as Geeky, I promise you. I pretty much named all the characters. Geeky's Ninja Turtle list is yes. That's his list. Well, what about this character? Yes. Or how about this one? Yes. Like for me, like I mean, there's a lot of like iconic episodes and stuff like that, and one-off characters, but I'm like I could do without um a figure. I would want a figure of characters that show up like on the regular, but I don't need like one-off characters. One of my other favorite episodes too, and I wish they had like normal episode names. Plunderlings news on Tuesday. What? There's new Plunderlings coming? Hell yeah. Um but I think it's from the second season, and it's the one where Rick and Morty, where Rick sells the gun to Crimbopulous Michael, and then they go to Blips and Chips, and they meet Fart, and it's gosh, what is it? It's gonna bug me because now it was Jermaine Clement voices him. They did a Kickstarter update to support Odious and said to look for. Oh, nice. But that song, Cosmos Without Hatred, dude. I listen to that song in the car, and every single time at the end of the song, my wife yells right along with Rick, "Shut the fuck up about Moon Men!" But yeah, what a great show, and I'm so glad that they continued it and they were able to find two people who could essentially keep things exactly the way they were, even though there's times where Rick sounds a little off when he gets loud, and I don't know, like just occasionally Morty sounds off to me, but it's not enough to make me want to. Yeah, I'm okay with it. Just keep going. 100 years, Rick and Morty. 100 years, 1,000 episodes. Keep it going. Don't ever stop. Just keep making them. Just don't make me wait like a year and a half between each season, though. Just focus on that. You guys are done with Solar Opposites, which, mind you, another great show. And I love how they handled the voice change on there, because Corvo was voiced by the same dude that voiced Rick. And then they were like, you know what? Nah, we're gonna do this. And um they literally got Dan Stevens, the guy who played Beast in the live action Beauty and the Beast, and he was in Legion. Um, I was in Godzilla, Kong, whatever. Like he's a great actor, but they got him um, to voice Corvo, and it was perfect because like they have all these ray guns that do all these things, and one of them was to change voices, and then they immediately broke the gun after he changed his voice. I don't want them to stop, but didn't they say final season coming up or for Solar Opposites? Yeah, the next season coming up is the last season, which is a bummer, but I'd rather see a show end on its own terms and give us like a definitive ending than for them to cancel it and we get no closure. I hate that. Like without a passion or with all the passion. There was a show back in the early mid 2000s, late 2000s, somewhere I can't remember exactly when it came out, was called Surface, and it was dope because it was kind of like they were like gonna do like almost like a kaiju thing, and there were all these eggs, and this one kid found one and he brought it home and raised it, and it turned into like a little like dinosaur looking thing, and then there was more and more and more of them, and um um they literally just canceled the show, and there was like nothing. And I think there was another show on at the exact same time, and I think it was called Invasion, and it was like an updated version of um, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. They were almost like these kind of like stingray looking things that like attach to your back, and then they like use their tail and they like insert it into your spine and take control of you or something. I can't remember exactly how it was, but the things were coming out of the water. That's all I remember. And they did the same thing with that too. They canceled it and there was no ending. And I still to this day wonder what was going to happen. There was a lot of people in there. I can't remember what the one dude's name is, but he's like in everything. And he's like, he usually plays a cop. And sometimes he's a bad guy, but he's a great actor. Um, and then I can't remember. It was the one. There was like the one goofy dude. Um, um, from Tucker and Dale versus Evil, and it wasn't not Alan Tudyk, but it was the other guy that was with him. Um, I don't remember who Tucker or who Dale was, but it was one of. It wasn't Alan Tudyk. It was the other guy. So whoever Alan Tudyk played, it wasn't him. It was the other one. He was in it, and he was like, I don't know. I feel like you're on. It's not Frank Welker. Um, yeah, Invasion came out in 2005, and there was only one season. There was 22 episodes. William Fichtner um, is who I was thinking of. Um, somewhat similar to Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the show told the story of the aftermath of a hurricane in which water-based creatures infiltrate a small Florida town and begin to take over the bodies of the town's inhabitants through a cloning process by first merging with, then replacing them. Um, I guess there's Eddie Cibrian. I'm not sure who he is. Kari Machet. Lisa Sheridan. Tyler Labine is the other guy that I was thinking of from Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Evan Peters was in it. Must have been when he was quite young. And I don't even know who Ariel whatever her last name was. I don't know how to pronounce that. And then Surface was from 2005 as well. And that one had only 15 episodes. And it was Lake Bell, J.R. Ferguson, Carter Jenkins, Ian Anthony Dale, Eddie Hassel, bunch of people. But during a routine submersible dive in the North Pacific Ocean, California oceanographer Laura is attacked by an unknown life form that appears out of a field of craters on the ocean's floor. Miles, a 14-year-old teenager, finds himself face to face with a strange sea creature after falling off of his wakeboard during a nighttime outing with his friends. And Richard, a Louisiana man on a fishing trip, loses his brother in a suspicious diving accident when a creature drags him to the depths of the Gulf of Mexico. Shooting stars fall from the night sky in the Caribbean Sea. A horrific howl tears apart a South African lighthouse. South Carolina, an unknown carcass washes up on the shore, blah, blah, blah. And then that's when they start to realize that there's these crazy things out there that look very similar to plesiosaur or pliosaurdia. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I like both those shows a lot. And let's see here. I was reading too much here. Just an extra tail beam, and then they threw in animal ear parts for random. Nendo's weird. Chumbucket William Fichtner is underrated, 100%. What up, Boo Cat? But yeah, those were both great shows, and I would say go watch them because they were good. But don't obviously get your hopes up because there's not a second season for either one of them, and you're probably gonna like them, and then you're gonna hate that there's no more. It's kind of how I felt because like I loved the Mist movie. See you later, Chumbucket. I'm still working on the Grif Fuggler for you. I think I've got a couple ideas, and then I'll get it shipped off to you. But they made a TV series for The Mist, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll watch this. Unbeknownst to that, I didn't know that the show had already been canceled, and I started watching it, and man, was I pissed when I got to the end. I looked it up, and I'm like, when's the second season? That's not coming. It's kind of how I feel about I always say it wrong. Let me see if I can't try and... All right. Shannara Chronicles. That's another one that I wanted to like punch a hole in drywall because we only got 2 seasons, 20 episodes total. And like it tells you a lot that one of the executive producers was Jon Favreau. But it had Austin Butler in it as like one of the main characters. Manu Bennett was in it. If you don't know who Manu Bennett is, you are sleeping. Manu Bennett played Deathstroke in Arrow, and he was also the white orc in the Hobbit movies. I mean, obviously for mocap, but James Remar was in it. Daniel McPherson, a bunch. John Rhys Davies was in it. Um, just a bunch of really good actors, and it was a great show. It's kind of like I like the concept because it was like high fantasy, but basically like if like today something happened and there was like a cataclysm, but then somehow all of a sudden everything mythological, like elves and dwarves and all that stuff and dragons and magic and happened. And we were all kind of thrust back into the like Middle Ages, but it was still the future, because I think that's kind of like the concept is like they find like our cities from the past and some of our technology and stuff. And um yeah, I don't remember Threshold. I'll have to look into that one. Um but yeah, that one, like, that was a really good show. And it's on the same um there was a comic that came out in 2018, and there's only like I think maybe 18 issues. Um, but the world was invaded by mystical creatures 15 years ago, and now survivors must fight for their lives in a chaotic, violent new reality. So basically the same thing what I just said, but even a little earlier. So like you can kind of see here like all of our cities and stuff in the background, but there's like dragons flying around. And like I can't remember what this dude's name is, but he's like he's one of the coolest characters in the book. And he like this skull thing, he wears that. It's pretty dope. It's called The Realm, and it was um from Image Comics. And like I said, I think there was only you can get like the 3 trades. Um but man, I wish, like, yeah, here we go. Yeah, badass. But oh, okay. Yeah, I'll have to check that out for sure. I like Peter Dinklage. Um but yeah, what a great read if you're looking for something to read. I strongly suggest, because I'm pretty sure yeah, like right now if you wanted to, well, I should let me make sure I'm not speaking. Okay, you can go right now on Half Price Books website, and you can buy the first trade paperback for $5 with $4 shipping. And then they've got um you can get the second and the third volumes both for $8.50. So I would, if you're looking for something to read, definitely pick that up. It's a sleeper. Um, yeah, there's 15 total issues. Um, but yes, each volume has 5 issues in it, so you can just buy all 3 trades and you'll have them all. But totally worth the read. I strongly suggest. So, but with that being said, jazz hands. Um, it is that time by 18 minutes. So as always, 'twas a pleasure. I appreciate every single one of you that hangs out with me every Thursday evening for the minute amount of time, and just shooting the breeze with me and hanging out and just being nerds. But yeah, you guys know the drill. You guys know where to find me. You can find me over on Instagram, right there. Follow me. Follow me. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Adam. Read the back of them eyelids. You guys know all the other stuff. You want one of our cool shirts, head on over to prowrestlingtees.com, search Dave Wonder. You'll find them and get yourself a Raccoon Mafia shirt or a Grif Riiiiiiiffs shirt. Let's see what else. If you're local, you can come visit me here in Stillwater, Minnesota, Mint and Box Toys. Also, visit our other friends too, Midwest Vintage Toys, Mythic Mercantile. Check out their stuff online, and I'm sure everybody they have no problems shipping stuff. Don't quote me on that. I'm assuming. And then yeah, all that other fun stuff. Yeah. Also, the Neutron movie does not suck. Not one bit. I liked it a lot. Just saying. I'm very disappointed in the general public that we'll probably never get to see another Tron movie ever again, which deeply saddens me because I see where they were going with it, and it could have been epic. It should have been epic. I mean, hey, at least he was just playing a robot in this, basically. But yeah, I'm still sad. Still sad. Sorry. It was so good. I'm sorry. But yeah, so you guys know the drill. We'll see you here back on Wednesday and Thursday. And yeah. I almost just left the stream run. But yeah, you guys know what time it is. Throw them horns up, and we'll catch you guys next week. Take her easy.